early. I was sitting here just looking. Like sometimes I no sometimes when I start streams, I'm like 2 minutes before I sit down, like 2 minutes before the stream starts. I'm basically not even dressed right. I'm not doing anything. I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do? And then I just finally pull it all together in the last like 120 seconds or whatever. And then sometimes it's like today where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna start the stream at 10:30, and like by 10 o'clock, I'm mostly done with everything I wanted to do that helped me, that kept me from starting the stream at 10. And then like by 10:15, I'm just sitting here staring, like trying to find random YouTube videos to watch, and I'm like, all right, man, what am I gonna do today? What am I getting into? Like, just trying to like stall out until like right before, and I couldn't do it no more, man. I was like, man, never mind. Like let's just get going, right? Let's get into it. Like let's start the weekend off right with some games, right? So what I looked into the problem with this game, and the easy answer is there is no easy answer. Like I looked around, I Google searched, I asked in like a Cold Steel forum, and everybody was just like, I don't know, man. Like you can try to launch it borderless or whatever. Uh, and I tested that. No go. They were like, maybe you're running the game at too high specs, and I'm like, my PC is definitely stronger than a PS3 by far, and probably actually way stronger than a PS4 to be honest with you. Not to like brag or anything, but like there's no way that that was gonna be the problem, right? So ultimately, as I tried to look into what the problem was, wow, this is, you look at it, it's like hella lewd, right? Like I don't know, this is questionable, but I looked into all the things that it could be. They were like, hey, cut off. Did you check your console? I guess. Like, did you make sure that the MSAA wasn't too high? Did you make sure that this and this? And I tested it all, and ultimately, as soon as I tried to tab out, the game was like, bro, you thought, like, I don't know what you thought this was, but you can't tab out of this game. I I'll keep looking to figure out what the problem is, but for right now, like all I the only thing I was able to do is like make sure that I had autosave cut on so that it autosaves like literally every minute, because this game is only going to get worse. And by worse, I mean like this game is only going to get longer cutscenes, boss fights and shit. Even like when I asked about it on the Cold Steel forums, like when I asked on a forum I went to, like even when I asked, they were like, "Hey man, good luck. This game loves to do like 45-minute cutscenes right after you beat a boss, and then go right into another boss, and then you beat that boss, and it's another cutscene. So good luck." So I mean, I don't know. We'll see what we'll see what happens, man. Also, this will not be the only game I play in the near future going forward. I know I've been like Cold Steel, Cold Steel, Cold Steel for the last week and a half. It's basically right after I got turned off of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Basically, I just jumped right into Cold Steel. It's not going to be that going forward. I am going to play other games and do other things, but for right now, okay, I am going to play other games, but for right now, like tonight will probably be the last night we play Cold Steel for a good little bit. Not too long, like not as long as holy crap, it skipped a lot of days. It won't be like that. Like it won't be 2 weeks until I play Cold Steel 3. But Sunday I'll be playing something new, and Monday I'll probably be playing something new. It just depends. And then I'll probably like try to set up a because I do plan on making this the main game. It just won't be the only game. I looked into it. The blonde, because they kept trying to make it seem like the blonde was an important character, and I looked into that. And for those who don't play the Cold Steel games, apparently she's from Trails in the Sky 1. Like she was a part of the Trails in the Sky series, so that's where the blonde comes from. Wow, this really does just feel like Trisco again.
Ha! Cha! Ha! Yeah! Ha!
I wonder if he's adopted. Like, is that why he looks so different? And if he's just like trying to
Okay, all set.
meh. It's gonna be a while before I get over this character.
We said we'd walk to school together, and she just up and leaves while I'm still asleep.
Because you're annoying.
Dad, Mom, Ken, and Nana.
Whoa. Talk about strong genes. Like, what? The dad, you don't see any of the dad in these kids. Like, holy crap. It's like pink hair, pink hair, pink hair, pink hair. Random blonde dude that looks like he's like not even the dad. Like, there should be a dad somewhere with actual pink hair. Because, like, what?
Wish me luck. I'm gonna give it my all. I won't lose to any of these Imperials.
This is annoying. I wish they hadn't given you that Elisa spot because, like, the idea of somebody being upset with the Imperials and just, like, how shitty the Erebonian Empire is, I get that and I want to empathize with that.
Ha! Yeah! Ha! Strike!
This is clearly the new Rin. He's like young Rin, which actually makes me wonder if he is just adopted like Rin was.
Not bad. I simply need more experience. Despite all the battles we went through yesterday, he was never short of breath. The 8 Leaves, 1 Blade School. It's impressive to be sure, but nothing compared to what Father Mueller and Uncle Zex can do.
Oh,
I suppose the Ashen Chevalier simply relies on the power of his divine knight. Oh.
Good morning.
yep. I mean, like, this is identical, I believe.
Good morning, Yuna. I take it you're headed out as well?
Yeah. Are you all done with your training? It's pretty impressive how you do all that every single day.
Well, it's something I've been doing from a very young age, so it's just part of my morning routine.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry about before.
Huh?
You know, when I slapped you.
Elisa apologized too, but it just never helped. It might help with you, because it didn't help because, like, you were just take responsibility. Like, you fell on top of this dude, and in response, you were like, "It's your fault that you felt me up." Like, no, I didn't do anything to you. Like, what are you talking about? But Elisa, like, that was just her whole character. Like, the tsundere role was just who she was. Hopefully, I'll start to forget that because that's not her only role, right? Because that her role really is to be more of like the person that's critical of what Erebonia is doing, which from the looks of the opening, that's kind of...
I know it wasn't your fault, and...
You damn right it wasn't his fault.
I shouldn't have gotten so angry. It was childish of me.
It was very fucking childish. God.
Ah, that. I'd like to apologize too.
For what?
But have you been wanting to say that for the past 2 weeks? Considering how much you dislike Erebonians, it's very thoughtful of you.
Ah.
I don't dislike the people here. Yeah, I've got my problems with the country, but this is between people. When I mess up, I make sure I apologize. Especially considering what I said about your swords. I mean, you practice every day.
Ah, right.
And they'll be way more useful than a couple of weapons as old as the Great Collapse.
The interesting thing about this is that neither of these are the player character. and this was never something that happened in Cold Steel 1. Like, when you go back to play Cold Steel 1, it's Reen as the focal character. Like, when this finishes up, I guarantee you I don't play as either of these characters. I go back to playing Reen, because they put there's so much focus on Reen, like they won't even let you play as like Kurt, who is in the Reen role, or Yuna, who's in kind of the Elisa role. Like, you're not playing as either of those characters. You're just gonna go back and play as Reen. So this is almost like just looking at two side characters and kind of sort of developing them before you go back to the character that actually matters. That's kind of crazy.
Don't worry about that. Besides, like I said, my training is just part of my morning routine.
And the reason why I'm pointing that out is because when you go to other games, like when you go back and play Cold Steel, you never saw anything like this. Like, everything was through the eyes of Reen, and like if there was differences between other characters, I mean, like, they hashed that out either in front of Reen or off camera, and you just never found out about
Out of curiosity, is everyone from Crossbell like you?
Huh? Like me how?
Oh, I don't mean to offend. Very straightforward and good-hearted. Probably the type to be easily tricked.
it.
Hey! Wanna run that by me again?
Like I said, I don't mean to offend. I'm glad to have a classmate like you whom I can trust. Though I don't know if I can trust your skills just yet.
You're a real piece of work.
I will say this. I like how it's like kind of a rerun, but not exactly. Like, there's some differences here. Like, Reen was just a straightforward nice guy. That was pretty much all there was to him. He was just a nice dude trying to make up for his past, which he didn't really do anything in his past, but he was still just trying to make up for it. He's just a decent dude. Did you say you wanted to start making YouTube content? I did. I'm gonna get on that presumably some of next month, and then like there will be hopefully I get to start up the podcast either in late June or early July. What's going on, Terrell? How you doing?
Well, let's start over. Glad to be your classmate, Kurt.
But yeah, what I was saying as far as Kurt, I like Kurt because, like, even though Reen was a nice guy, Reen kind of was a pushover. Like, he let people just run over him all the time. He just wanted to be liked so badly that he would allow people to treat him kind of any kind of way. He wouldn't say anything. And Kurt is just like, all right, look, I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. You can slap me if you want to, but I'm gonna roast you for the rest of the game. And then when she apologized, he's like, yeah, that's cool, but you do look like the type that fall for a lot and just be easily duped. Like, he speaks his mind a little bit more than Reen did, and I like that a lot.
Hello, you two. Good morning.
Altina? I thought you left for school already.
I received a routine status call early this morning. I didn't want to wake you, so I took it in the study room. If I disturbed you as I was leaving, I apologize.
No, I was out like a light. But wait, what do you mean, routine status call?
Sorry, that is confidential.
Well, in any event, it's nearly time to head to class. We're all in the same class anyway, so why don't we walk together?
I do not mind, but I believe the correct term for my presence would be a third wheel. Judging by what I've seen, your relationship has progressed.
Our relationship? What? No, that's not what's going on.
She certainly words things in a distinct way.
Leaves is such a nice place. I can't get enough of this homey atmosphere. It's so peaceful and laid back. And it's got some great shops.
Agreed. It's a good halfway point between rural and urban. We're just the right distance away from Heimdall.
The previous owners of this land were a noble family. After they lost ownership of it, the government attempted to convert it into a resort. However, that plan fell through. It's said the half-finished buildings from that were used to create the campus.
Well, you sure do know a lot.
I suppose that explains why the branch campus is so large.
All that aside, I didn't think the Empire's military academies would be this tough. I get combat training and practical exams, But math, history, even art?
She's saying that art and math shouldn't be in, like, what?
Isn't this workload way beyond what you'd have at a regular high school?
Well, here in Erebonia, the pen and the sword are both held in high regard. Especially at Thor's. It's a prestigious traditional school founded by our most notable emperor.
When you phrase it like that and you doing all this complaining, it makes it sound like the reason Erebonia is better than y'all is because they're just smarter and stronger.
That legacy won't change simply because this is a branch campus.
However, it seems the main campus has changed significantly this year.
Ah, yes.
Huh? I don't get what you guys are talking about, but looks like we're gonna have to give it 110% here. Let's kick all the other classes' butts.
Well, if you say so. However, most of our lessons are held with the other two classes anyway.
Homeroom is the only one we have without them.
Oh, right. I guess it makes sense given the small number of students, but that means class 7.
Well, well, if it ain't the chosen ones strutting off to class together.
Were you such a geek?
You're...
I think he's in class 8.
Good morning. Is there something we can help you with?
Nope, not a thing. Just wanted to get a little peek at the class taught by the hero of Erebonia.
You are such a dork. Like, you just want attention from this dude.
Class 7, huh? I'm sure the view's just great from up on that pedestal of yours.
Get this man out of here.
Sorry to disappoint, but we're being treated the same as any other students.
Yeah, it's not like things are going to be different for us just because our instructor's famous.
Oh yeah? Then why'd they go out of their way to make such a small class?
Bro, like, your class is like 8 students and theirs is 3. It ain't that big of a difference.
A little kid who's clearly too young to be here. Some rich pretty boy with fancy hair. Oh, and a loud, unruly foreigner from some sob story country.
So you're like Machias, except even more unlikable. Machias was at least likable because he was like from a commoner family, and Erebonia has had like class struggles for like ever, and they were just finally letting other classes like let people that aren't royals actually mean something in their society. At least Machias had that going for him, but right now you just seem like a dick.
Oops, my bad. Not a foreigner anymore, huh?
All right, we understand. You're a tough guy, but that's quite enough. If you have more to say, I'd be happy to talk with you further after school.
Hey, I like her.
Not bad. You've got more spine than I gave you credit for. But the one I've got business with is...
I'm so happy to see everyone getting along. Oh, she's from class 9, military finance. Good morning to you all. The weather is just splendid, isn't it? But if you spend too much time out here chatting, the bell will ring before you know it.
True.
You all done messing with us?
Me? I'm not here to mess with you. Well then, see you around.
I hope you all have a lovely day. I'll see you again for the classes we have together.
What's that blonde guy's problem? I can't believe they let some punk like him into a military academy.
He obviously had some issue with those of us in class 7. No, not us exactly, but...
Oh, shoot!
We better hurry, or we'll be late to homeroom.
You're right. Let's get moving.
Whew. Hard to believe it's been 2 weeks already.
It warms my heart to see all the students trying their best. The classwork here is much more difficult than at the main campus, so I'm sure it's tough on them.
Yeah. Then on top of that, training exercises were added onto their curriculum. We didn't have anything like that at the main campus. Thor's branch campus. I think I'm starting to understand what the government's trying to do here.
Oh, but I don't think that's the only reason for this place. In keeping with Thor's tradition, we'll also have those days to look forward to.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be a relief for them. I'll tell my students about them after school, alongside the club announcement.
Got it. Thanks for taking care of that. Well then, Instructor Reen, let's give it our all today.
Likewise, Instructor Toa.
I will say this, it's very smart to like place characters you know in roles that would have had to exist in the story anyway. Like there needed to be other characters in the main story to begin with. Like there were gonna have to be other teachers. Why not make those teachers characters that you'd recognize?
This is the formula. You will need it when calculating trajectory. Make sure you commit it to memory.
This is known as Gross Domestic Product, or GDP for short.
Man, they definitely wasn't teaching this when I was in high school.
By the way, the GDP of the Empire of Erebonia rose 42% last year compared to 2 years ago.
Yeah, you stole a country.
Today's task is walking. Sounds easy, right? Well, let me tell you, it won't be.
Only in a video game or an anime could they make walking.
We'll be marching, so I need to see perfect posture and formation while armed. Even combat tactics got worn out by this.
The War of the Lions, said to be the largest turning point in the history of the Empire. The end of this war brought us to our modern era. Today, we'll be looking into the events leading up to the war that caused it to develop the way it did.
The way he explains it, it's actually pretty easy to understand.
An interesting perspective.
Oh, I see. I'm actually learning a lot. He's so dashing.
Alright. I guess I forgot this game wasn't completely voiced, so let's give it a shot. Are you just piling more work on us just as we're getting used to the old pace? Huh, not yet. But I may end up needing to do just that. The curriculum here at the branch campus is pretty diverse. It'd probably be a good idea to prepare yourselves for even more work down the road. Ugh, if only there weren't so many lectures. Energy consumption greater than expected. Tomorrow is a free day, is it not? That's right. In fact, I was just about to explain. Oh right, the entrance guide mentioned that, didn't it? How is it different than a normal day off? Bonding points, that's how it's different. Think of free days as normal school days, but without any classes. On free days, you can study, train, or pursue one of your hobbies. If you get permission beforehand, you can even go visit Heimdall for the day. Wow, that's a lot more freedom than I expected. I figured it was going to be some rest day with a ton of rules and restrictions. That doesn't sound too bad, though. Well, it's just one of the things that makes Thors Thors. However, though you're generally free to choose what you do, there is one mandatory task form. You'll need to choose a club to join. Really? A club? I hadn't thought there would be clubs at a school that was only just founded. It was a requirement from the principal herself. She said as long as we're using the Thors name, student clubs are a must. You'll be allowed to apply for a club as long as you have at least 2 members. We'll also see about getting your club the proper equipment. Oh, and any students who don't join a club will be put on the student council, where they'll work directly under the principal. Sounds dangerous. What is it with this place? Everyone here is too over the top. So we're being forced to choose then? We have until tomorrow, correct? Right. I recommend you start thinking about it after school today. If you need advice, feel free to talk with any of the faculty members. Remember, we're here to help you. It's crazy. Teachers always said that when I was in school, and I never believed them. It's like, we're here to help. I'm like, yeah. You're just in the way of me getting the name or whatever. Understood. I prefer just having you assign me a club. Also, regarding the new course at the end of the week. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Panzer Soldat training? That's right. The training units have arrived at the hangar. You'll be joining the combat tactics students for basic maneuvering lessons. After that, we'll discuss the special lessons, the first of which will take place this weekend. The special lessons? I was curious about those. There's likely no point in us asking about them now, is there? Sorry, not even us instructors have been filled in on it. Anyway, focus on tomorrow for now. Think of it as a day to spread your wings and lift your spirits. That concludes homeroom. Can I have you lead the class here, Altina? Understood.
Stand, bow.
That's such a uniquely Japanese thing, but I mean, I you know, that's where you made your game, or that's where the game was made. So, oh, frick. I'd like you all to join a briefing at 3 p.m. A briefing? It's starting to sound real military in here all of a sudden. Is it perhaps about... That's correct. The special lessons that will be held next weekend. I see. That's the only info we're getting for now, eh? If it's this top secret, I'm guessing it's gotta be even bigger than Panzer Soldat training. All of the students will be joining in for these lessons, correct? Correct. Without exception, all students and teachers from class 7 through 9 will participate. Please report at 3 p.m. tomorrow to the tactical conference room in the main building. That is all for now. Sheesh. He's the picture-perfect model of a hard-ass RMP guy, that's for sure. The way I hear it, things are only gonna get more army flavored around here. Yeah. Seems that way to me, too. That heat place, Panzer Soldats, and that freight train. For a branch campus, this place is far too well equipped to be just some throwaway pawn. You have an Xbox. An Xbox? Nah. Definitely not. Xbox was like a joke to me for a long time. It wasn't until like a couple of years ago that I started taking them seriously as a company. So no, I'm using PC. I have a PC and I have a PS4. Yeah, that's true. I know the main campus was renovated as well, but I wouldn't be surprised to hear that just as much mirror was spent here. You know if you need an Ethernet cable for it to even start up. An Ethernet cable? You need internet. You need internet, but I wouldn't imagine you need an Ethernet cable. In fact, for it to start up at all, probably not. What bothers me though is, where is it all coming from? And if they're dropping that much cash here, what are they expecting in return from us? Man, what have I gotten myself into? Get me out of this crazy place. Instructor Randolph. Well, I mean, we can't really stop you from leaving, but... Come on now. I'm just kidding around. I'm not gonna just drop my responsibilities like that. Besides, kids in combat tactics seem like they're a fun group to work with. Anyway, I think I'll head out now. Let's both go check up on the kids, see if they need help with their big club decision. Yeah, got it. We'll see you later. I can't help but feel like there's a wall between us. Really? I don't get that impression. He's easy to talk with and he seems to care for his students. No, he's definitely a great instructor. It's just, a year ago, I fought against one of his comrades. So I don't imagine he's got a very high opinion of me. Okay, so that's something that happened in the epilogue of Cold Steel 2. Like Lloyd and Risha investigated some part of Crossbell and ran into Altina and Reem, which I guess means that that character is from Trails of Azure. And honestly, I I can't really blame him. Anyway, I'll go check in on the students and head back to the dorm for the day. I'm sure picking a club on such short notice isn't going to be easy for them. Yeah, good point. I've said it before, but let's both keep doing our best. Now then, school's done for the day. Got a different feeling to it than when I was a student. Kind of refreshing. Maybe I'll walk around the campus to get a feel for it. I can chat with some of the students while I'm at it. And if they've got any problems or need advice, maybe I can help them out. I should also talk with the principal and the other faculty members. You can now view the character tab in your notebook. The character tab lets you read profiles and additional information on certain characters you've met. Additional information can be added to the profile through specific conversations, events, etc. The quick travel menu is now available. Open the quick travel menu with the square button and select the location you visited before to instantly return there. The quick travel menu will also display the locations of key events and your contacts. Yep. These things aren't new to me, but occasionally you will see event markers displayed on characters and places. These show that an event will take place there. Alright, so. Crashed from me pressing the Q button. Sweet. Fortunately, I just recently saved, so I mean it's not that big of a, loss or whatever. Just a mild annoyance. Ugh. Does raise questions though, because I have no idea how I'm gonna get to my this is gonna be a mess. In the meantime, I suppose. Weird is that, yeah, like it's not a problem when you first start it up, but it feels like the longer you go, the longer it is like, hey, look, I got a crash, bro. Like, I don't, like you thought, basically. I don't get it. Nothing to be done about it, so let's just I'll try to figure out a solution at some point, but until then it'll be like it'll probably be some experiences like that where the game just kind of shuts down on us. Anyway, where is everybody? The way she just froze there in place is questionable. Door to the art room is locked. Well, I'll tell you what, let's talk to Toa first and see what she's up to. Alright, all done here. What are you up to here, Toa? Oh, I'm just doing a routine check on our school supplies. We don't have a clerk, so I just take care of it on the weekends. All by yourself? She's just as capable as ever. Sorry, I didn't even realize. Let me help you. It's fine. I'm already about halfway done. It seems like we've got all the supplies we could ask for, but nowhere near enough manpower. True. We don't even have anyone in charge of the nurse's office. Between the upcoming Panzer Soldat lessons and the special lessons, we're definitely going to need someone on call. I suppose we'll all just have to take turns for the time being. I know a little bit of first aid, but... well, don't push yourself too much. And if there's anything I can help with, just let me know, okay? Thanks, Rean. Oh, there is something I can use your help with, come to think of it. Here. Student notebooks. Oh, are these the student notebooks for Class 7? Yeah, they were just finished today. Sorry it took so long. Could I get you to hand these out? Yeah, of course. Out of curiosity, why did Class 7's notebooks take so long? I thought Major Michael was supposed to be in charge of preparing these. Well, I asked him about that, and the upcoming special lessons seem to be different for each class. So each class has a slightly different notebook based on its curriculum. Class 7's notebooks were pushed back because it has the fewest students. I see. Well, I'll go hand these out. What are these special lessons all about? Sorry for adding to your workload. No, as their homeroom teacher, I'm the one who's supposed to pass these out. Actually, this takes me back to when we were students. You're right, this is kind of nostalgic. Well then, thanks for your help, Rean. Just leave it to me. Hope it's still on campus. I guess I'll take a look around. Well, that's one thing. Frequent saving is how we're gonna have to handle this. Here's the thing I don't understand. There's clearly something going on here, but the door's locked, so I don't know. Random kids. Well, let's go talk to somebody up here. There's always somebody upstairs, right? Yep. Make sure there's nothing else around here. And... oh, Tina, what are you doing here? I thought you went right back to the dorm after class. Why are you here alone? Regarding tomorrow's mission during the free day, I've reached a progress block on my investigation. Huh? Are you talking about choosing a club? I attempted to reference documents in the library on the matter. However, that only proved to increase the possible choices. Instructor Rean, please tell me what to choose. Sorry, Alpina. I can't. Because only you can figure out what you want to do. Let's make this homework. You've got all day tomorrow to decide too. You can ask other students their opinions if you need to. I can give you advice too, of course. But in the end, you need to decide on your own. You summoned your giant robot? Why? I do not understand the purpose, but if this is an order, then so be it. I'll excuse myself now. Altina? Hey! Was she pouting just now? I hope no one in town spots her riding that thing. Oops. I forgot to hand over her student notebook. Oh well. Guess I'll head back too. Canned juice restores 300 HP. Well, canned coffee restores 400 HP. Cures sleep and nightmare. Huh. Looks like an empty room. Whew. Modern buildings and modern facilities.
This city is amazing.
Oh, Instructor Reed. Sorry, I was talking to myself. Don't worry about it. Aren't you Sandy from Military Finance? Your hometown was Ulster. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Thanks for saving my home during the Civil War. It's a little embarrassing when you say it to my face like that. Ulster. Prince Oliver ordered me there during the Civil War. Those Jaeger dropouts went and attacked the town. A lot happened, to say the least. It's a good thing I had to evolve an Altina to back me up, even if she was still an enemy at the time. It's a little surprising to hear you were there too, though. Right? What a coincidence. I've always admired everyone in the old Class 7, so it really is an honor to have you here, Instructor Reed. Oh no, the honor's all mine. Wow, life's just full of little surprises, isn't it? Alright, so that's not on accident. I'm starting to see a little bit of a through line here, right? He helped save her. So she feels like she likes the old Class 7. The other ones, like his students, they have a problem with, like Yuna, she has a problem with Erebonia. Altina, she has a loyalty to Green, even though she doesn't like the fact that he doesn't just give her orders. Because she's never developed a sense of self. I'm starting to see that these are people that would be seen as undesirable to the current military empire. So that's interesting. Locked rooms. Damn, that's impressive, Maya. I'm always blown away by how you can hit such a small target.
I've still got a ways to go.
My rifle doesn't have nearly as much power as your gun. Well, that makes sense. We've got different roles after all. If I remember correctly, these two girls are in combat tactics. Hey, you two working hard? I read that line terribly, I'm aware. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, are you here to practice too, Instructor Reed? Or maybe just out on patrol? Yeah, I was doing my rounds and was just curious who was in here. Did you two need help with anything? If so, I'll be happy to offer some advice. Ah, thanks for the offer. I'm doing pretty good so far. Same here. I'll let you know if anything comes up, though. Got it. See you later, then. Alright. someone in here? Impressive stuff. Instructor Schwartzer? What are you doing here? Just passing by. It's pretty exciting to see the Vander dual blade style in person. Just a pale imitation. I'm nowhere near my father and brother. There's still much for me to learn. I know you train in your dorm, but I'm still kind of surprised to find you in here after school hours. So does this mean you're one of the lucky students who's decided on a club to join? No, not yet, I'm afraid. So to be frank, clubs strike me as a waste of valuable time. It's interesting because clubs, like mandatory club participation, is not something that I think is generally enforced in America, but it is something that's enforced in Japan. And I don't think it's a bad idea. Like, it seems like a pain as a student, like when you're young, but it does kind of enforce that get involved in a sense of community with the people around you. And that's necessary because really all life is building relationships. Like, the more successful you are at building relationships, the better life is going to be for you. Like, loners don't do well. The only time loners do well is when they're like exceptionally talented. If you're kind of mediocre, the best thing for you to do is to make as many friends as possible. And maybe you can get somewhere because people like you. Even if you're like mediocre being a C, even if you're like a B, like a good but not great, it's still better for you to just know a bunch of people. Like, only the best of the best really get very far if they're like complete loners. So like, this idea of fostering a sense of community in Japan, that's genius. Like, that's really smart, as opposed to like what we do over here where it very much is do whatever you want, and a lot of times you just make the wrong choice. Like kids specifically, a lot of times kids will make the wrong choice, especially if they don't have any passions, like any obvious passions like a sport or something like that. Time I would rather use to better myself. How's that? I'm here to become a better swordsman, not to distract myself with extracurriculars. And every hour I spend engaging in club activities is an hour of training lost. If I really must join a club, I'd like to join whatever takes the least amount of time and energy. That's one way to look at it, a very stoic, serious way. But trust me, joining a club is hardly a waste of time. It might even make you a better swordsman. How do you mean? I saw it happen to a friend of mine. This is Laura from Cold Steels 1 and 2. She was like a swimmer. The time she spent in her clubs improved her swordsmanship in more ways than one. Take the time to find a club that will help you grow. Really think about it. I'm not going to force you to join one or anything, but if you need guidance, I'm here. Understood. Thank you for the advice. Now, may I continue training? Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. I can give him a student notebook back at the dorm. Anybody else around here? Ooh, definitely didn't mean to do that. Like the women's changing room, like, man, I don't want that plot point. Let's see. Faculty conference room, branch principal room. There we go. Well, here we go. It's almost time to call it a day. I trust things went smoothly for you today? Looks like you have a good grasp on this whole teaching thing. No, I wouldn't say that. Every day I'm reminded of just how much more I have left to learn. Just like the students, I have to keep learning and improving myself all the time. Oh, so humble. You look like you want to say something though. There's no need to hold back on my account. I'm still having trouble wrapping my head around it. The Golden Rakshasa herself, here. Do you find it just as amusing as I do? After everything I've done, here I am, in such a mundane place as this. To be honest, I've been feeling weaker ever since we lost the Civil War. Though I was still somehow able to accomplish my role last autumn. The Northern War. Our invasion of the autonomous state just north of the Empire, Northumbria. It was a war of retaliation against the Northern Jaegers who were based there. We were all called upon by the government. You were there too, if I recall. Yes, though Valimar and I weren't put on the front lines. Honestly, I don't think we could even call what happened there a war. What with you and Brigadier General Wallace commanding the provincial armies, equipped with the most advanced Panzer Soldats available, the assault in conjunction with the tank unit was relentless. Northumbria followed the same fate as Crossbell. That's not quite how I'd put it. It would be more accurate to say it was driven to the same fate by our dear Chancellor's design. In any event, that battle was a good turning point for me. The provincial army was falling apart after the Civil War, but thanks to the Northern War, we were able to salvage it. As the Countess of my family, I had planned to leave the army to Wallace, find myself a husband, pop out some heirs. It's so very straightforward. But then, for some reason, I was called to be the principal here. Fate is an intriguing thing indeed. For some reason. At any rate, tomorrow will be our school's first free day. Relax and stretch your legs a bit. Be sure to help our students out with their club decisions. Right. Understood. Oh, and as I said, those students who don't join a club tomorrow will be forced into the student council. If there end up being too many, I'm putting you in charge of them all. I'll do my best to avoid that happening. Alright, look, we talked to Kurt, we talked to Toa. Got out of the school. Get into. Extracurricular activities. What a pain. Used to military finance. And if memory serves, a native of Northumbria as well.
Can I help you?
Yeah. I was wondering if you've decided on a club yet. If it's okay with you, I'd like to talk. I think I'll pass. I'm not obligated to tell you anything, whether I'm struggling or not. I advise you use the other students to boost your instructor evaluations instead. That wasn't why. Never mind. Sorry to bother you. Goodness. She really hates you. That was a lie. Alright, something wrong. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look into this because it's even the way you run is just like, what is this? Like, why is the run at like? Perhaps some kind of sports club? Swimming is nice, but I'd like to do something outside. There aren't any stables, so a riding club would be too hard. We could do a track club, but I want something we can all do together. I wonder what would be best. These two are from combat tactics and military finance. Oh, it's the action ship. Excuse me. Hello, Instructor Reed. Hi, you two. It sounded like you were trying to figure out what club to start. I'm here if you need any advice. Thank you. We appreciate it. But we're still thinking it over for now. Yeah, we want to try and figure it out ourselves a little longer. Got it. If you get stuck, just let me know. Don't leave rats. Let's see. Should be Valimar in here, huh? I see. So the Panzer Soldat hangar is part of the research building. I see Professor Schmidt and Valimar are at the far end. Then, lined up along the wall are... Whoa! Oh no. Ow. Aw, I made a mess. Are you okay? Oh, wait, you're... Oh, Instructor Schwarzer? Thank you so much for helping pick everything up. Don't mention it. We've been talking since we met on the train, haven't we? Oh, you're right.
My name's Tita Russell. I'm in Class 9, Military Finance. Nice to meet you again, Instructor Schwarzer.
Likewise. You helped navigate us through the keep the other day, right? Oh, I'm so sorry you all had to be dropped into a place like that. No need to apologize. That was definitely the professor's fault. You've been here 2 weeks now. Are you getting used to life in Erebonia yet? Yes, very much so. All my classmates are so nice, too. Right now, I'm prepping the Panzer Soldats for the training exercises. Oh, is that so? Well, thanks for working on that so soon. The additional power to this game, it does make the Soldats look cooler. It's no problem at all. I've been looking forward to seeing the Empire's famous humanoid weapons. And now that I can finally get a good look at them, I'm blown away by how amazing the technology is. ZCF was also researching bipedal machinery. The Soldats' design philosophy is so different. It's really eye-opening. ZCF stands for Zeiss Central Factory, right? It's a famous workshop in Liberl, if I recall correctly. I remember you're from Liberl, but are you related to the ZCF somehow? You could say that, yes. It's because I'm involved with them that I was able to become an exchange student here. Involved with them? That's how you want to put it. How much longer will I need to wait for my blueprints and tools? Yeah. Tools for the tool. You said before. What do you mean by that, Professor Schmidt? Just that the responsibility of looking after her was forced on me by one of my fellow disciples. Wait, fellow disciples? That means I knew the name Russell sounded familiar. That's right. Professor Russell is my grandfather, but I'm still just an apprentice myself. Well, let's see. Let's use this opportunity to see your ability to improvise. Huh? Schwarzer, do you have the Sepith you got from the operation test the other day? Give it to this girl and have her make a quartz with it. That's so sudden. Don't you think she needs to get ready first? It's okay, I got this. As a technician, I need to have these kinds of support skills. Are you sure? Here you go. Yes, of course. Quartz synthesis. At factories, you can use Sepith to synthesize quartz. Sepith is dropped by monsters, so if you're short, get out there and fight more battles. Make any quartz at the workshop. You can use the workshop by talking to Tita and selecting Modified Orbit.
Yes!
Well, first
Thanks! Yes!
off, yeah, all my slots are sealed, so that's problem one.
Thanks! Yes!
This is kind of pointless right now.
Thanks! I'll help!
Buy ZCF goggles. Crit rate up. Insulating tape gears mute. Supports. I feel like this is reminiscent of well, let me not speak out of turn. I was gonna say this is reminiscent of Trails in the Sky, because I played a little bit of that and I remember having like stuff locked off. But this might have been in Trails of Cold Steel 1. It's been 5 years since I played it, so I can't say for sure. So who knows? But yeah, with everything being locked off, there really isn't much point to me like buying anything else. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I guess
Thanks.
I could
I'll help!
yeah, there's
Thanks! I'll help!
I really wish they hadn't programmed that in. It just sounds annoying. But hold on. Aw, well, there's action 1 and cast 1. There's no impede yet, so all the stuff I want to build, I can't afford yet. Keep building useless crap. Let's see if I can find something kind of helpful. Really? This was a blackboard before. It's interesting.
Thanks!
Here you go, Instructor Reed. Thanks. The way she acts reminds me of George. Looks like only the bare minimum of preparations have been completed. Enough time has been wasted on useless talk. Get back to maintenance work, disciple candidate. Yes. Goodbye now. Yeah, goodbye. That was weird. This guy's a dick. But alright, whatever. Professor A. Russell, like Professor Schmidt, one of Professor Epstein's 3 disciples. I had heard the name before. She's his granddaughter, huh? Well, she's gonna be Professor Schmidt's disciple. wish her luck. Anyway, we have 4 of the latest Panzer Soldat models here. While I'm here, I better go talk to Valimar. You can now select open slot and customize weapon at the workshop. At factories, you can use Sepith to unlock slots in your party's ordnance. The farther a slot is from the ordnance center, the larger the max EP increases. You can use U materials to customize your weapons and your quartz. Customization will become available as the story progresses. Additionally, you can select exchange to trade the Sepith masses you obtain throughout the game for mirror money. You can trade Sepith. You can trade elemental Sepith in at the workshop, but it can also be used to create quartz and open slots, so do so wisely. Sepith masses are only good for trading mirror, so make sure to do so whenever you're short on funds.
Yes!
Frick. I'm gonna have to go do some fighting
Thanks.
first, I guess. Fine. Well, let's see what Valimar's up to. Green. Our class is done for the day. Yep. We made it through, somehow. My students all have their quirks, but I guess that just makes teaching them all the more fun. I see. I'm glad to hear it. Please be sure you're able to rest. It will be a waste if you push yourself to the point of exhaustion. Got it. I'll be sure to get some rest in. Thanks, Valimar. By the way, Meister candidate Tita is overworking herself. For some time now, she's been handling all the maintenance around here herself. She's likely to exhaust herself if she continues like this. It would be nice to have another Meister candidate help her out. I see. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you!
Are you perhaps also looking for ingredients? Ingredients? Oh. Yeah, I suppose the wild grass that grows there technically is edible. Oh, you're pretty knowledgeable. Not really. It's just something Master taught me during mountaineering training. Ah, hold on. I get the feeling we've got some big juicy locusts buzzing about here. Let me just come right out and say it. How do you feel about eating insects, Instructor Reed? I'll whip up some for you next time, my treat. You gotta try them at least once. Eating insects? Master once told me that some people eat simmered locusts, but I guess I can't just turn down a student. Yeah, sure. Next time I get a chance. Ah, brilliant! You won't regret it. What a weirdo. He the type of dude everybody made school shooter jokes about. Now, is he a school shooter? Not necessarily, but he was just such a weirdo for no reason. He like ate glue when he was like one of them glue. He was like one of them glue eating ass kids in elementary school. And he just got weirder as y'all got older. Like he didn't get cooler. He didn't like mellow out or nothing. He just kept getting weird. What's all this about? All right.
This one's on me.
Wow, thank you so much.
You're the best, Randy. Oh, sorry. Guess I should start calling you instructor, huh? Outside of class or training, just Randy is fine. Any ideas for your club? I've been talking to the other students, but I just can't make a decision. I'm hoping to choose a club that'll let me move my body. Ah, not a bad idea. I feel like that'd really suit you. I mean, let's be honest. You wouldn't really fit in with a club that makes you use your head. What do you mean by that? You need an instructor Randolph? Hey, Schwarzer, you here for a drink too? Huh? I'm just looking around before going home. I overheard you two talking. How do you two know each other? Don't worry, it's not some sordid, forbidden relationship. Of course it isn't. Why would you even say that? Instructor Randolph and I go way back. He really helped me out a lot when I was at the Crossville Police Academy. Police Academy, huh? Yeah, she's like a little sister to me. Who'd have guessed we'd have ourselves a little reunion here of all places? Small world, huh? Not that small. I knew they were both from Crossville, so I thought maybe. In that case, maybe Una knows him too. Man, I wish you were my instructor, Randy. But no, I had to end up with this guy. Well, sorry for bothering you. I'll get going now. He definitely wouldn't have read the line like that, but I am, because, man, I'm tired of this chick. I guess I'll give her a student notebook later. Oh, and if you need some help figuring out what club to join, feel free to ask. Even if I'm not your first pick for a homeroom instructor, I might be able to help out. Also, we had this whole thing last time, like the last stream, there was this whole thing about him like, look, decide whether or not you want to be part of this group. And you just decided like, yeah, I want to be part of it. Like, you can't just change that now. You can't change it up. Like, you said what you said. Oh. Fine. If I get desperate, I'll ask you. See, you getting lost in that tsundere role. This is trash. Like, your character actions don't even make sense. I'm sure there's a reason you ended up as her instructor. Teach her well, you hear me? Loud and clear. I'll leave you guys to catch up. Oh, Instructor Rean. It's nice to see you. You're Gina, right? Thank you for always making food for everyone. Your family runs a tavern in Leeds, right? Yes, I'm Barney's daughter. I saw some help wanted ads, so I decided to come help. Everyone is so nice. I'm having a great time here. I'm glad to hear it. Instructor Rean, I see you around here a lot during lunch, but what do you do for dinner? It depends. They do have food for us back at the dorms, if I can make it in time. If not, I just end up cooking something for myself instead. I see, so you can cook too. Yep, though I wouldn't say I'm a master chef or anything. To be honest, I usually just end up making the same thing. That's not good in terms of nutritional balance. I know. Would you like this? Rean obtained a recipe book. These are recipes for the foods that the cafeteria recommends. A recipe for chunky potato salad and 3 sets of ingredients. Ingredients too? Thank you. You didn't have to do all this. It's no problem. Where would this school be without its instructors? Plus, it would make me really happy if you got inspired to cook more. Understood. I'll do my best. If you have a recipe and ingredients, you can cook food, you can learn recipes by trying dishes at restaurants. This is part of how you break the game. Like, there are certain dishes that you can make that give buffs. Well, that's how you used to be able to break the game in Cold Steel 1 and 2. You get buffs, you can heal yourself, which is like the least important thing, to be honest with you. There are much more efficient ways of healing yourself than items. But you can get all types of stat buffs. You can recover like CP, your craft points, which were super important in the last game. I don't know how important they are in this game. So, about original dishes. When certain characters make a dish, They may make a unique dish that is different from the recipe. Depending on what dish you have them cook, they may also end up making superb food or even something downright peculiar. Be sure to experiment with new party members. So there's like, for each dish, for each recipe you get, there's 4 items you can make. You can make the dish itself, the peculiar dish, which is like if you fail. There's a unique dish, which is like the upgraded version of the original dish, and then there's the superb dish. I don't know if that's still true. It's still true. Yeah. You can use recipes and ingredients to make food by pressing select and selecting recipes. I think that's select. I don't know. Basically going into the notebook, which I can't do without crashing this game at this point. Oh, guess it's about time to leave campus. I've got nothing else to do. I suppose I can head back to the dorm. Once you're finished with your after-school patrols, you can return to the dorm from the main gate. Solid. I don't even know what happened. Like, all that happened is I guess I don't get it. That's just weird. It is set to autosave, but I don't know. Fortunately, I literally just saved seconds ago, so it doesn't really matter. And now, I should be able to go into the and cook.
Let's do this. All right, I did it.
You cooked the unique dish that gives you a defense up for 2 turns. He's not the best at it. Somebody that would be the best at it would cook the golden dish down at the bottom. And if you were trash at it, you cook the black dish in the middle. So we'll see. Before we get carried away, before we get carried away with exploring and with moving on with the story, which it has been quite some time, quite frankly. Oh, have I talked to all these people yet?
Yeah.
Swimming Club is Wayne, Leonora, and Lisa.
Huh, I see.
Well, if Leonora's gonna be there.
My.
You're so predictable, Sydney. Swimming sounds pretty good. Maybe I'll join you guys. I'd love to have you. We're going to swim some laps today if you two want to join us. This is Sydney and Gustav from Combat Tactics, and Stark from Military Finance. If I remember correctly, he's from Gerard. Anyway, it seems like they have things figured out here. Training hall, firing range. Oh wow, I didn't even look the first time. That's my fault. Locker rooms, swimming pool. Lounge, conference room, branch principal room, library room. There we go. In the library, you can find many books that explain the history and concepts found in Zemuria. In addition, since new books are added to the recommended reading corner every chapter, check back every so often to see if a new book catches your eye. Some books will automatically be recorded in the Books tab in your notebook after you've read them once. This way, you can reread them at any time. Cool. It's crazy the amount of detail they put into these games, or into this universe specifically. They have all these different books. Yeah, I came here because I wanted to get these added to the notebook. I'm not gonna torture y'all and try to read all this junk. Reinford Company was initially a gunpowder-based weapons manufacturer based out of the Erebonian Empire and known for its cannons and heavy firearms. Since the Orbital Revolution, however, it has expanded its operations to include railways and airships. This expansion has made it one of the continent's two largest companies, rivaled only by Calvard's Verne Company. The Verne Company is a massive company headquartered in the Calvard Republic. Like its industrial rival, the Reinford Company, the Verne Company was a storied arms manufacturer that expanded into orbital research and development after the Revolution. Particularly worth noting are the company's innovative approaches to the development of orbital vehicles such as cars and buses. ZCF, the Zeiss Central Factory of ZCF, was founded as the Zeiss Engineering Factory in Laverle Kingdom's Zeiss City by Professor A. Russell, a disciple of the great Professor Epstein. ZCF was the very first orphan manufacturer to successfully develop an airship. They recently completed work on the high-speed cruiser Arsail, a feather in the cap of the Royal Laverian Army. Racers. That. Chronicle. Basic refresher course stuff. The destruction of ancient Zemurian civilization is estimated to have occurred 1,200 years ago while the Great Collapse is commonly attributed to a natural disaster. This theory remains unconfirmed. This ancient civilization's end marked the beginning of the Dark Ages. History books, the novels, the children's storybooks. This library really has it all. Looking for something specific? scientific? I did not expect that reaction. I didn't mean to surprise you like that. Instructor Reed. No, I'm the one who should be sorry. Are you just scoping the place out? Guess you're somewhat of a bookworm, huh? Yes. My father loved books. He's the reason I enjoy reading so much. I don't just limit myself to one genre either. I like to immerse myself in all sorts of worlds and fantasies. Though I'm not too good with scary ones. I see. Well, I am the history instructor, you know. I like to think I'm pretty well versed as far as that goes. So let me know if I can help you out in any way. Of course. Thank you very much. Okay. Red rose. Ooh, goodness. These things are so long. Who wrote all that? Okay. Let's get on out of here. I should be able to like wrap it on up now. Haven't talked to all the students yet. Have we not? Who the frick is left? Who's left? I'll talk to everybody, I thought. I gotta go looking for these brats. Alright, yeah, I talked to your bratty ass. The store's not open yet, I would imagine. Yeah, that makes the most sense. You know, low-key, as far as like them disrespecting him, I kind of get it. It's unnecessary, but at the same time, like, bro, you just graduated, you like 19. What you gonna tell me? People be acting like it's such a huge difference between 18 and 16. I mean, 19 and 16, and I'm like, bro, very little. I changed a lot. You ain't changed as much as you thought you changed. Ask yourself, like, when you're 25, and ask yourself, like, how big of a difference was it between being 16 and 19? Just legit trying to figure out who's left now. Like, maybe in the pool? Maybe that. Locker room. Yeah, let's see. Where's the locker? I talked to him already. Talk to them. All I can do is go in order. Let's see. Talk to you. I'm sorry, I am worn out with this whole talking thing. Give me a little bit. In addition to the recreational equipment, Principal LeGuine is personally footing the bill for a number of things. Though it's true that this academy is heavily funded by the Imperial government, those funds are limited to things that are deemed necessities. None of this club equipment she bought would be considered essential, but this is the Golden Rakshasa we're talking about here. Nothing is going to stand in her way. Though there's no stopping her, I can at least control the funds to some extent. I see. There's Major Irving of the R&D. He works for the government. He's really business-minded. Really different from Major Claire, even though they're colleagues. Hold on a
What?
The train club? We'll experience all the pleasure that trains can bring. Okay, just the two of us? Does Nate get any better than that? Well, I mean, that might be true for you, but if I remember correctly, two of them are in military finance.
Hello!
Hello, Instructor Reen. Perfect timing. Back me up, will you? Okay, so we had a character in Cold Steel 1 and 2 to talk like this. If you're a real man of the Empire, you should always pick trains. A real man of the Empire? Is that true? Pretty sure it's not a requirement, no. Okay, there's two more. Too many of these rats around. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Okay. You're from combat tactics. Are you staying late to study?
Oh, Instructor Schwarzer.
Yes. I cannot allow myself to leave my studies unfinished. I see. That's admirable. By the way, have you chosen your club yet? Yes. I'm not good at swimming, so I'm thinking about joining the swimming club. Challenging yourself to things you aren't good at. I'm very impressed. You're very mature for your age. Oh no. I'm simply doing it in order to better myself. But I heard that at the main campus, they've gotten rid of free days in clubs. I am a bit concerned that we are not following the main campus's example. I understand your point. We here at the branch campus have our own rules and direction. I'm sure that even though you don't realize it now, you will be able to gain something from it someday. So please, trust Principal Levine and us instructors. Instructor Schwartz?
Yes, sir.
Alright, look. This gotta be the last of them motherfuckers. This gotta be. I was gonna say, it can't be that many left, y'all. Class 8 combat tactics. Okay, so the other one, Class 7. Class 7 special operations. We could make this. So this is Class 8. Class 9 military finance. So yeah, that makes sense. General art room. Locked off. I am baffled as to what's supposed to be selected. When I press it, it gives me nothing. But I assume that I've talked to everybody at this point. There we go. I was able to talk with all the students, so maybe I'll head back to the dorm room now. That's what we're doing. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, if it ain't Instructor Schwarzer.
Except this brat. I couldn't find this brat, but we found him.
He's from combat tactics.
Seeing you work so hard's really inspirational, you know? Ash Carbide. I'm in Class 8, Combat Tactics. Looked like you were really going out of your way to help all us students. You're just a stand-up guy, ain't you? Guess I should have expected that from you. After all, you are a national hero, Ashen Chevalier.
I'm just a new instructor who's fresh out of school himself. I've heard about you from Instructor Randolph. Sounds like you've got some pretty impressive skills. It's good to meet you, Ash. I'm sure I'll see you in some of my classes and during training exercises.
Yeah, sure thing. By the way, there's something I've always wanted to ask you. How's it feel? Flying around in your big gray doll, being the government's lapdog?
Pardon me.
One of the girls from military finance.
Her again.
Hello, Ash from Class 8. Instructor Reen. You two seem to be having so much fun chatting, I couldn't help wanting to join in.
I was just about to leave. I'm looking forward to Panzer Soldat training next week. How about you?
Bro, that ain't what you want. You ain't built for this life.
What does he mean by that?
Oh dear. Did I interrupt something?
Oh, no, not at all. You're from military finance, right?
That's right. I'm Muse Egret from Class 9. Do you remember me? I'm in your 4th period history lessons.
Yeah, I remember. I've heard about you from Instructor Toa, too. We're not that far into the school year, but it's already clear you're an outstanding student.
You're making me blush. To tell the truth, I've heard rumors about you as well, Instructor.
Oh no.
I've always thought it would make me so happy if I could get to know you better.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I see. Well, I'd recommend taking those rumors with a grain of salt.
What rumors did she hear?
Oh, I don't mean all that gossip about the Ashen Chevalier. The rumors I've heard are about the old Class 7, your sister, and even the princess.
What are you talking about?
What?
Well, I should be going now. Good day, Instructorine.
I am creeped out.
I hope we have a lovely school year together.
Get this little child away from me. Ash Carbide from Combat Tactics and Muse Egret from Military Finance. Between those two in Class 7, it's going to be quite a year. We're 2 weeks in now. History and combat training classes have been going well. But next week we have Panzer Soldat training and the special lessons. I should be all set for today, but I better go over everything again tomorrow just in case. Those three are probably back at the dorm by now. I couldn't get their notebooks to them at school, so I should at least try to hand them over by the end of the day. I should also help out any students struggling to find a club. About branch campus enhancement. Deepening your bonds with the other faculty members can increase the branch campus's enhancement rating. In fact, there are hidden events this very evening that will increase the enhancement rating. Enhance the branch campus facilities through quests and conversations with faculty members. Ways to enhance dorm bathhouse events, faculty quests. When you've raised the enhancement rating enough, your academy grade will increase the next time you record a quest. You'll get valuable items as a reward for ranking up. This is basically like all the school stuff you did in the others. This is kind of a thing that they do in every game, like just to make sure that you're paying attention. I wish they do less of it, quite frankly, because there's way too many missables in this franchise. Oh, you're gonna play it again? Like, man, that's making a lot of a... Wow. You don't think about it, but mirrors are something that just didn't appear in older games. That's pretty dope. Okay. Let's see. Schwarzer, is that you? If you're just going to stand there, you may as well come in. got me. Suppose it's no use trying to hide from the Golden Rakshasa. Oh wow, it's much bigger here than in the other rooms. Though, considering this is the Countess's room, I'm actually a little surprised how Spartan it is in here. A noble of Erebonia should be stalwart and vigilant. Any more luxury than this, and I go soft. In fact, it's my opinion that the main campus dorms are a bit too luxurious. Though I hear they are reviewing how they sort out the dormitories over there. Yeah, I've heard that too. Principal, are you? Yes, I suppose I never told you, but I too am a graduate from Thor's main campus. So that makes us fellow alumni. Seriously? And everybody that mattered. Exactly, so many big names graduated from Thor's. Everybody that mattered, apparently. Major Claire, Prince Oliver, even him. Seeing as you're my dear little junior alumnus, feel free to come visit me anytime. Thanks. When you think about it, that's such a ridiculous thing that bonds people, that ties people together. Like, I graduated from MSU, Mississippi State University, and like, there are people that have like such deep ties, like, and it's like, you didn't even go to school with these people. Like, it's one thing if you went to school at the same time, and it's like, okay, these are my classmates, like, all right, cool. But like, this idea of, we went to school here at this same school, even though it's decades apart, that still ties us together. That's one of the weirder things about society, really, because it's not just a thing that happens in Japan. Japan does take it, at least in like fiction, they take it to another level, but it's definitely done in multiple other countries, especially in college.
No.
Not necessarily in high school, definitely in high school too, but not as bad. But in everywhere else, bro, like, it's crazy. It's like, yo, man, like, you realize it's just like I get it, but nah, like, it shouldn't be, you shouldn't be this close. But then again, I guess I was always kind of particular about what I thought constituted friendship. That's me. That's nobody. Yet, Randolph, Michael, nobody, Toa. Good evening, Reen. Patrolling the dorms, I take it? Yeah, more or less. I didn't mean to intrude. Sorry. Oh, not at all. I'm glad to have your company. The feeling's mutual. Oh, that reminds me. Do you have any plans tomorrow, Toa? Well, in the afternoon, I'll probably be in the Academy's medical office. On the off chance something happens to one of the students, I want to be on standby. That's really considerate of you, but I'm happy to fill in for you if you want to. Absolutely not. I've got it covered. Besides, Reen, you've been on your feet for the past 2 weeks. If you're not working on campus, you're patrolling the dorms. Take some time to yourself. Relax a little. Maybe finally check out Leaves. I guess I can't argue with that. The town is still pretty much a mystery to me. Sounds like your plans for tomorrow are all sorted out. Still, if you do need me tomorrow, you can find me holding down the fort in the medical office. You bet, Toa. And thanks for always looking out for me. Alright. Oh, Altina's not here? I wanted to talk to both of you. She went off downstairs earlier. So, did you need something? Right. I needed to give you this. Oh, yeah. I heard we'd be getting ours late. But couldn't you have just given them to us tomorrow at school? I mean, isn't it kind of sleazy for a male teacher to be dropping in on his female student's room in the middle of the night? Well, I figured since tomorrow is a free day, it would be better for you all to get these today, but when you put it like that, maybe I should have waited. When you're in the middle of writing something, I am sorry to interrupt. Huh? How did you... You're still holding a pen, idiot. I was just going over my notes from the day. I'm not gonna lose to some Erebonian when it comes to studying. Well, I'm glad to see you're so serious about school. I'm sure tomorrow will be busy for you, but be sure to give it everything you've got. I don't need a reminder, I give everything my all. Did you need me to give Altina her notebook too? No, that's okay. This is my job. I'll go give it to her myself. Thanks, and sorry to disturb you. Good night, Yuna. Thanks for taking the time to bring it to me. See you tomorrow. Oh? She's a lot more considerate than she lets on. No, she's not really. Looks like I've got Kurt and Altina left. Since Altina's on the first floor, maybe I'll go see Kurt first. Hey, sport, we got a guess. How about we don't make that my nickname? Come in. It's rather late. Did you need something? Actually, you're the one who needs something. I wanted to make sure you got this by the end of the day. Oh, yes. I remember hearing Class 7 student notebooks were late. Thank you very much. But I have to wonder, why didn't you just give us these when we were still on campus? Sorry, I had some trouble finding the time earlier. Did you just get back now? Were you training the whole time? It's great you're such a hard worker, but be sure not to overexert yourself. No need to worry. I know my limits. If anyone needs that advice, it's you, instructor. I understand you're busy, but you'd be well served taking some time to hone your 8 leaves, 1 blade techniques. Would he though? I really think you need to box with him just to see that you can't fight like that. Sorry to bother you so late. I hope your free day tomorrow treats you well. Yes, good night. Anyway, Altina's the last one. She should be on the first floor, but I suppose I'll go look for her. Man, get these kids up out of here, bro. They get on my last nerve. All of them. I feel like a buddy of mine that was playing this game said he ain't like these kids, and I'm with him, man. These kids is getting on my, like, bruh. I get it, you trying to develop, like, make them different from the other classes, or from Class 7 from last time, but still, man, like, bro, you getting on my... If you don't get up out of here with this nonsense... I don't know what you're talking about, but you trying to get this man kicked out of school. You need to chill out. luxurious. But I guess this is just heated well water, as opposed to the natural hot springs at Ymir. Even so, I never would have guessed the dorm would have such a nice bath. Oh, Instructor Randolph. Hey, Schwartzer. Hope I'm not bothering you. Oh, it's no problem. Wow, he's pretty well built. Man, brand spanking new campus, dorms in a mansion, fancy baths. Erebonia is one ritzy place for sure. Man, it definitely not gonna be that. It's definitely not going to be that way everywhere else. Well, I think the branch campus here is a bit of an exception. Not even the main campus had a bath like this when I was a student, anyway. I did hear they made some modifications this year. Oh, looks like you really work out. But what's the story with that big scar on your chest? Ah, right. I actually don't even know when I got it. It's been there as long as I can remember. It doesn't hurt or anything either. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I shouldn't talk about other people's scars when I've got plenty of my own. Now that you mention it, I don't see no scars on this man. You do have quite a few scars, don't you? Not to mention a really nice build. Hey, Reen, stop hitting on everybody. Well, I am an ex-Jaeger. Those things kind of come with the backstory. Whoops, my bad. I gotta watch my manners. But you know about my past anyway, don't you? Yeah, I won't deny it. I get some basic info from the intelligence division, so I don't know the details, but... that's so? Well, I shouldn't be in here too long. I think I'll head out now. Oh, me too. Well, that felt good. Schwartzer, here, it's on me. Oh? Nice and cold, ain't it? I had it in the fridge. This is my way of saying sorry for my bad manners earlier. Got it. Thanks. Well then, see ya. Oh. You can bathe once a night during the day and during the day on the free day. When bathing, an event will occur between Reen and another character, and they'll both have their CP restored by 100. That's legit. Frequent saves, I'm telling y'all. I'm playing about this. Instructor Randolph? Oh, you're not. Oh, you're Instructor Reen. Don't scare me like that. Oh. Don't you usually wear glasses? I try to keep them off when I'm not at school. It's fun not seeing things too clearly sometimes. Isn't that why you take yours off, Instructor Reen? Well, I can't say we exactly see eye to eye on that. Anyway, can you see without your glasses? Of course. I haven't mistaken an object for a person yet. I mean, I know where she's coming from. Emphasis on the yet. Trying to become manlier? Or give it up. It's over with. Alright. I don't like the way she said wanna come watch. That creeped me out, but whatever. Instructor Rean, do you need something? Yep, I need to give you this. Student notebook received. There are many blank pages. What is their purpose? You can use those pages however you like. For notes in class, your club schedules, even as a diary. Whatever you decide works best for you. I decide it's best for me. Are you alright? I'm just a little tired. I wasn't aware educational institutions required so many decisions to be made on a daily basis. I'm starting to think I had an easier time back when I only went on missions. Is that so? Like I said after school, if you need some help deciding your club, let me know. I'll be there to back you up so you can make your decision at your own pace. At my own pace. I'll try. That takes care of all the student notebooks. I should head back to my room before it gets too late. Let's see about some food. A cooking club? Huh. That's neat. The same club Nicholas, Margarita, and Milliam were part of back in the day. Now that I think of it, you two are the ones who always volunteer to buy the food, huh? I guess cooking club will be a good fit for you. What got you interested in cooking? Well, my family owns a tavern, so I grew up with cooking. My parents were off traveling a lot when I was younger, so I cooked for myself a lot. I get the feeling that's not the whole story, Tita. It seems to me like there's someone special you want to cook for. Sandy, I mean, why do you think that? Well, I'm sure you'll have a good time together. I'm glad you were able to decide on a club. I'll be looking forward to seeing what decision you make. Stop by sometime and we'll be happy to share. Yeah, we'll do our best. Hey. Screen is round of 7.
Hello, Green. Can you hear me?
Hey, it's Elliot.
Oh, it worked! The connection went through. Just a sec. Let me turn the video on.
It is you.
Long time no see, Reen. Well, I guess it's only been a month since we last talked. But it's been 4 whole months since I've seen your face.
That is quite some time. Wait, before all that, what's going on with my Arcus?
This was Prince Oliver's doing. He gave you your Arcus too, right? The special program we're using right now is called an app.
Ah. An app? Can you see my face too?
Yep, crystal clear. Did you get taller again? Your birthday's coming up soon, right?
Oh yeah, next month.
Congratulations on graduating, Reen. From the sound of it, there were a few issues, but I guess everything's all right now.
Yeah, thankfully. You graduated from New Music Academy just last month too, right? Are you off on your debut tour now?
Yeah, I started earlier this month. I was hoping I'd be able to see you in person, along with Machias, of course.
He told me his on-site job training at the Government Accountability Inspectorate started right after his graduation. Quite a place to start working in.
I can definitely see him going there, but it's like he's putting himself in a position to go up against his dad. I'm a little worried.
I'm sure he'll be fine. I just hope he doesn't wear himself out chasing down injustice. Man, I'd like to catch up like this with everyone else too. Preferably in person so we can fulfill our promise.
Oh! You remembered?
Of course I did. Not a day goes by where I don't think about it. Things are pretty hectic here at the branch campus, but sometimes it reminds me of when we were all together.
Well, it is a school. Toa's also an instructor, right? Anyone else I know working there?
Oh yeah, get this. The principal is... Alright. It's only 9 a.m., huh? I bet most students are out and about for their club activities already. I should head out myself. Oh, you really talked up a storm last night. I can't believe Prince Oliver set up a communication network just for Class 7. He's done so much for us. I can't thank him enough. Okay, well, if you really think he set up a communication network just so you can talk to your friends and not so military operations coming later, I don't know, Reed. Like, come on, man. Like, you fought in multiple wars at this point. Alright, first off, I should check the streets by the station. My first free day as a teacher. Time to get started. Receive bonding points. Oh, fuck. I hate bonding events. I wish I could just, like, mod it in so that I just could play through without. And I think you can do that. I think there are ways to, like, have max bonding events. Like, you can just download somebody else's into save. But I also think that makes the game harder, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to look into it. On free days, special events can be triggered with the students of Class 7 and certain other characters. These are called bonding events. 1 point will be consumed each time you view an event, but your bond with that character will be strengthened. Note that all unused points will be lost when the story advances and the time of day turns to evening. On the evening of each free day, you will receive 1 bonus point, which can be used to trigger 1 evening exclusive bonding event. Sure, on your free days, you can use bonding points. Participate in bonding events with characters marked by the exclamation point. I've got 2. This is interesting. Finally get to see the city. Oh, explore the city. town music is fire. Privately owned clothing store. You post both men and women, as well as miscellaneous goods and stuffed animals. It's going to be a good place to get a gift for Elise. You can purchase clothes, shoes, accessories, and gifts at the boutique. You can buy gifts at various stores. You can give them to people to increase your bond with them. Yeah, sure. Many gifts are only available for a limited time, so it's best to buy them whenever you see them. Elise is his sister, by the way. Like, for those who... Like, a lot of these explanations, people that play the game are already well aware of, but if you've never played it, I'll try to guide y'all through as best as possible. So, Elise is his sister. I think I've talked about this before. They have this really uncomfortably close relationship for some reason. When I was terribly at school, we're going to be created, I was really worried. But then a cute and small instructor came by to say hi. Maybe I was a little hasty. So Toa said hey, and you were like, never mind. How threatening could these cream puffs be? Most importantly, I'm happy to see all the students coming here. I hope they like the clothes I made. Man, she really does not like me. Oh, because she's from Northumbria. And, you know. Oh, she's from Northumbria. So she also would have no reason to be loyal to Erebonia. Yep, that explains quite a bit. Huh. Literal board games. Neat. Carnegie Books and Games. Like the name implies, it sells books and a ton of toys to boot. Seems like a pretty nice place. You can purchase books and accessories here. Some books will automatically be registered under book notes and can be read anywhere. Cool. What's this box? Oh, pardon me. This one's mine. It's a new board game. I've been dying to get it in the second it came out, so it must have gotten mixed in with the rest. My bad. No worries. Board game, huh? So, like chess, right? They may not be very popular throughout the Empire. There are many more board games besides chess. We also have plenty of card and puzzle games. You have a pretty good selection. I used to play a card game called Blade. Oh, nice. I used to play Blade a lot, too. Another card game has gotten really popular lately. I'll show it to you next time. Sure, I'll hold you to that. She's really into games. It must be your hobby. Please take this as a token of our acquaintance. It's a newly released fiction novel, and a pretty good read at that. I hope you enjoy it. I will. Thanks for this. A novel. It might be good for a break. Pocket-sized book filled with proverbs about wind that imparts swiftness. Well, that's hella expensive, so I'm buying that right now. I almost did. I was almost like, yeah, I've been there.
Woo! Nice!
Hey, ladies. How about I show you around Leeds? Even though I don't know the place myself. I wonder if he knows him. Yeah, he might. He's just like a student here. You ladies need help with something? Just leave it to me. I don't think those girls are locals. Would they go out of their way to come here? Sydney's got some guts to go up and talk to them like that. Wonder where he is or who he is. Marnie's Inn. This is the first time I've come here during the day. It's a really nice place. Should order something. You can restore your E, HP, EP, and CP by resting at the inn. Also, you can try a recommended dish to learn its recipe. Well, that's kind of new, actually. You for a drink too? Randall. Wait, you're not drinking, are you? Don't worry, don't worry. It's not what it looks like. A guy in my position can't go around knocking back the hard stuff. Well, not during the day at least. I'm telling you, it's non-alcoholic. The atmosphere makes the drink, you know? Get this man out of here. He's acting like he's already a regular here. Is he doing it on purpose? Maybe this is just how he always is. Piled onion rings. And I can go for some onion rings right now. I do not remember the last time I had food. I got caught up in work, and I went straight from work to this, and I'm just like, oh, what? Oh, well, yeah, whatever. There was a big fuss in town back when they started construction on the academy. And I hear you guys are short-handed on account of how much of a rush job it is. I know she's only there during the day, but hopefully Gina can help lighten the load a bit. Oh, don't you worry about us. I'll just have Daisy give me a hand. I'm actually broke right now. I can't believe it. Mr. Instructor person, don't you work with Mr. Randy? Randy? Oh. You mean Instructor Randolph? Yeah. He told me all his friends call him Randy. Mr. Randy is so funny. He always makes me laugh. It seems he comes here often. Anyways, relax and enjoy yourself here, Mr. Cool Instructor. I cannot stress how great this music is. Oh no. This is gonna be a thing, isn't it? You know, Sion, they've got a lot of food and goods from the east. Hey, young fella, mind if we have a chat real quick? Me? Sorry for calling you over out of the blue. Aren't you an instructor from Thor's new branch campus? Not to mention, the famous Ashen Chevalier. Well, yes, I see. You're an impressive young man. So, I'll give you this. I'm sure you'll make better use of it than I. Custom rod, fishing. A fishing rod. It's the latest model from the Lake Lure Company. Oh, are you a fisherman too? I friend from school was in the Imperial Fishing Club, so I've dabbled a little. You don't say. The Imperial Fishing Club is the pride of the Lake Lord Company. When I was younger, I traveled all over the continent of Lemuria. I used some of my connections to join the Fisherman's Guild, headquartered in Liberl. The Fisherman's Guild? They're like the Imperial Fishing Club's rival. They used to hate each other, now they're on good terms. The fishing gear I gave you was recently given to me by the Lake Lord Company. I see. Even so, I can't accept such an extravagant gift. No, it's fine. I'm just doing my part to spread the love of fishing. In fact, if you can fish more and teach your students how, that would be great. I see. Fishing could be a good facilitator for communication. Thank you, I appreciate it. Don't mention it. Here, take this too. A fishing book and 5 bait. Once you start filling up the notebook, just stop by and I can take a look at it. Go out and catch all sorts of different fish, and I'll have prizes lined up right for you. We've got a few nice spots to cast from here in Leaves, so fish away. Alright, I will. Thank you for all this stuff. No need to thank me. You deserve a little downtime too, don't you think? Also, if you bring me some fish, you've got a variety of items to trade for them. Feel free to come back and Nil Suyan anytime, you hear? Got it. Thanks again. Fishing notebook, press X near bodies of water to start fishing. Give you the information about the fish you have caught in the fishing notebook. At fishing points, you can cast a line to try to catch fish. At Nyo Suyan, you can exchange your caught fish for items. Buying fishing gear will make it easier to catch fish. The effects of fishing gear are applied simply by purchasing them. Excuse me. Chick is so creepy. A tea ceremony club? Guided shit is getting on my nerves, bro. Like, relax. It's interesting how many characters in this game are devoutly religious. Like, it's not, obviously it's not a religion that exists in the real world, but it is a religion. And you'd think there'd be some characters that were like agnostic or something like that, but there are, or atheists, but there aren't. It just seems like everybody believes, even if they aren't like, even if they don't constantly go to church. my glasses on just in case, though. Excuse me, is there a problem? This is more than just a problem. I'm the new guy at my delivery company. Some of my deliveries are addressed to places I've never even heard of. Do you have any idea where Thor's branch campus is? Well, it's no wonder you haven't heard of it. It's pretty new. On top of that, there are 2 other places I can't find. And I have other deliveries to make today too. I'm not gonna make them at this rate. Even standing here talking, I'm running out of time. Is there any way I can help? I'm actually an instructor at Thor's branch campus. Really? If you could help me, that'd be great. It'll be no trouble at all. You said there were 3 places you couldn't find? The branch campus aside, what are the other 2? Let's see. One is the Name Valley Exchange, and the other is called Radio Trista. I don't know if they're new or what, but I've never heard of either of them. Oh, and the package for the branch campus is going to someone named Sandy. Got it. I'll get these 3 packages to their owners. Radio Trista, huh? A lot's happened since back then, but I certainly never expected to hear that name here. I didn't see Sandy at the dorms, so I better check around the campus for her. And it should be easy enough to swing by the exchange shop. These are the packages. Thank you so much. Bro, why would you sign up for this? Like, he gets paid to do this. I've got to go make my other deliveries now. So in order to confirm that the packages were received, can we meet back here when we're both done? Yeah, that works for me. Okay, so, before we get to that, let's talk about this Radio Trista thing. Radio Trista was a thing that popped up in Cold Steel 1. During every free day, you'd do a bunch of stuff like this, what you see me doing, like different quests, getting to know the people of the village, or the town, the city, whatever, talking to them, seeing what was going on in their life, helping them with their quests. And at the end of every day, you listen to something called Radio Trista. And there was this chick that used to be like in charge. And it turned out she was like the DJ, and everybody was like big fans of her. You could like collect stickers and all this other shit. And it turned out she was like a villain, and she wound up being one of the key villains of Cold Steel 2. You saw her in the opening on my last stream, Vita Clotilde. The quest tab automatically records the progress of all the quests you undertake. Key quests have a requirement mark next to their name and the story will progress only once they've been completed. Please note that when the story progresses, quests with a time limit of short will vanish from your list, and you will be unable to complete them. Now use the square button to go to the branch campus via the travel menu. Alright. Wrong, Gina? Oh, Instructor Reed. I'm running out of a certain spice that I need for my recipes. I underestimated the number of students that would come on their day off. Well, free day isn't quite a day off. I'm pretty sure it'll be a busy day for the clubs and the cafeteria. I see. I completely misunderstood. What should I do? At this rate, I'll run out of food by the afternoon. I can't just leave to get more. She is helping out at the school. What help her back? Is there anything I can do to help? I'm on patrol right now, so I should be able to find something. Really? That would be great. Can you go grab the spice for me? It's called Star Anise, and it's kind of rare. We use it at our tavern. My father should be there now. Can you ask him to give us some? Understood. I'll go visit him. Spice must flow. That's definitely something that The quest, I promise you, the quest does not call that in Japanese. That's definitely a translation thing, like a localization thing, because it's a specific Dune reference. And like, what? Not to say that Dune isn't big in Japan. I don't know if it is or if it isn't, but I know for certain that they wouldn't make it a reference to like in a Cold Steel game. That's definitely like something they thought up themselves. Let's see. He's out. Yep. Huh. Okay, cool. What exchange shop? Like, what shop are they talking about? Oh, this is kind of cool. Ah, well, first off, puppy, huh? What's this puppy doing here? Does he belong to the shop owner? This should be one of the delivery destinations, I think. What kind of shop is this? It's got such a shady vibe to it. You just saying that because it's tucked off in the corner and you wouldn't normally see it and it's kind of off the beaten. Oh yeah, it does have a shady vibe.
That's weird. Could have sworn I put the RPG launcher in here.
The who and the what?
I leave it sitting in the shipping container, maybe? Oh, you a customer? Welcome to the exchange shop, 9 Volley. You want bullets? Pills? We can get pretty much whatever.
I just want to know what you mean when you say pills. What pills? You selling drugs? Because I mean, it's a school right here. I can't have you just selling drugs. Like, I don't hit me with none of that, but Black Dynamite, I sell drugs in the community. You gotta get out. The RF gun unit I got legally, as if to imply you have one that you got illegally. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The way she said that, does that mean she gets things illegally too? You said this was an exchange shop, right? What is it you exchange? The goods, of course. Of course, the goods. I am a broker, you know. You, seems like you've been through some battles. Okay, you're fast. I'll let you buy off the black market menu. I can also offer you some weapons eventually if you like. This place is way too shady. Can I talk to the owner here? What do you mean? I am the owner. Well, since the main store is in Crossbell, this is just a branch store. But I'm already 12, so you better not treat me like some kid. Oh, sorry about that. I'm guessing this place is a broker for the black market. Either way, maybe worth my time to check on the place every so often. Use the exchange shop. At the exchange shop, you can trade certain items for high-grade or rare items. On top of that, you can also find items you missed during the story by checking the bargains. So stop by every now and then. Purchase curios, items change each time you enter the shop. You might even find rare items you missed from chests and elsewhere here. That's always good. Can I ask one more thing? Is that puppy sitting out front yours? You talking about Cerberus? Cerberus? What a name. Yeah, what a name indeed. So, you notice his potential, eh? Not bad, not bad. I found him a little while before I came to this town. The second our eyes met, I knew. That pup's gonna make a killer hunter someday. Just you wait and see. Right. Anyway, if you need anything, just let me know. I just might be able to help you out. Oh yeah? You're pretty weird for a customer. But sure. If I ever need to get rid of the shadier merch real quick like, I'll call you. That's not what I meant, but I'll let it go for now.
I got some good stuff. Come on, buy some more. I got some good stuff.
This is definitely something they should have done, but it's all good. Ah, so here's where I go to get like good quartz or like rare quartz. Okay, I see you.
Come on, buy some more.
not be that well known yet, but we're planning on expanding our repertoire. Feel free to stop by for a bite anytime. Broadcasting is now heavily restricted in Tristan. I wonder what happened to the guy who was working at the radio station.
So, you came to me.
Monk? Huh.
I was planning on coming to talk with you. I didn't expect you to find me first, though. Welcome to Radio Trista. It's been a while, Reen.
Yeah, so long you got this fake ass voice. I would have offered you some tea had you been seated. What business do you have with us today? Ah, well. I see. You haven't changed at all. I can always count on you for a story to talk about on the radio. You haven't changed either. Hey, Yaz, this fake ass voice this man got? What's in the package anyway? Oh, this is just some recording equipment for the radio. Since we don't have the capital or manpower, I've been fixing the minor issues on my own. I see. It seems like a pain. I was really surprised to hear that you're now the director. You must have been working hard. Well, yes. Trying to sell a show is really hard. I think this is the best career for me. So, have you completely abandoned Tristan? Yeah. Our building is still there, but we've been feeling increased pressure from all directions over the past few years. Anyhow, I'm really happy to be working in the same town as you. Yeah, me too. So, there are two things I want to tell you. Tell me already. First off, can you go visit the chapel after your deliveries? Who knows? You might just run into a certain someone over there. The other thing is, it's going to be an interesting show on Radio Trista tonight. It starts at 9 p.m. Strongly recommended you listen to it. I mean strongly. Okay, I hear you. I'll be sure to tune in. That's about it. Sorry for taking up your time. Huh. Unexpected. He's so icky. He's like some introverted, hardworking dweeb. Oh, my name is Lindley. Like Monk, I started working here this year. The two of us don't get along at all. This girl doesn't hold back. I complain, but I mean, like, he's not wrong. He is kind of a weirdo. What's left? Oh god. This is such a nice spot for gardening, but it's just going to waste.
Thank you.
ranks. Academic points can be earned through completing quests and making appropriate decisions over the course of the story. If your AP passes certain thresholds during a quest report, your instructor rank will increase, and you will be granted a reward. By making good decisions, Seems brave. Monk told me to go visit the chapel if I was done with the deliveries. Guess I've got time to poke my head in.
Yes, goodbye. Be careful on your way home.
Huh.
Thank you for coming. It's been some time, Reen.
When Monk was talking, I thought someone I knew would be here, but I never expected you of all people to come to Lee's. Why didn't you come say hello to me? I am happy to see you again, though. This takes me back to when we were both students. I remember you were always helping out at the church in Tristan.
Second among the Dominion, in fact. I stand at the right hand of our leader, and am known by some as the Partitioner. But you already know my real name, of course. I've never hidden that from you. I am and shall always be Thomas Lysander.
I'm a squire, tasked with supporting him in the execution of his duties. You could say I'm an apprentice knight of the Growlsritter.
Yeah, it's time to duel. Or better yet, it's time to drop an inordinate amount of money on card games. Manage Maximus. This seems like it'll be more complex than Blade. I have a gift for our friendly instructor. It's a starter pack. I need a starter deck, it sounds like, but, you know, whatever. Before a match starts, choose which of your decks you'll be using. In this tutorial, deck 1 has been set up for you to begin the match when it starts.
Okay, let's start.
Coin toss will decide which player goes first. You start this with green. About cards, you'll run base card right. This card will play draw card. Mana cost, the attack, the HP. I kinda get it. Flight can act the same turn as summon, range. Card can target all rows, front and back. Master. The cards in the starting hand, you can choose which of them you'd like to redraw at once. Pay attention to the mana cost, the green circle in the upper right of the card. It's best to start a match with low cost cards, but now choose built to withdraw. Battle screen, enemy field, master's AP, mana pool. Each side's starting mana is determined by its master. First deck, enemy, player, master's AP. The goal of Advantage Master's match is to reduce the HP of your opponent's master to 0. Play your cards wisely to come out on top. Start of each of your turns to draw a card from your deck. You also gain mana, a resource you spend to play cards. The amount of mana you gain per turn will increase by 1 every turn to a maximum of 10. This is like Shadowverse. That's good. For the first turn only, a magic crystal will appear in a random space for the player to do a second. Not actions. Turn your cards onto the field. Use cards to basic as well. Commands as well as your cards' unique effects to defeat your opponent's master. Cards with glowing green borders can take an action. Try out every card to see what it can do. Summoning creatures Advantage Master known as Natials. Natials can be summoned from your hand to any open space and spaces with magic crystals on your side of the field. Each player has a front row and a back row on both sides of the field. Most cards can only attack from the front row, so it's better to summon them there. Start, try summoning a nature from the first row. Mana is useful for moving action. Nature card in your hand. Using the spell card in your hand. Using your master skill. Not every master has a skill. Most cards cannot perform actions at the same turn as summoned. They'll be able to take actions starting a turn after. Glowing green border means the card is able to perform an action. Be sure you have all your cards act each turn. Attribute advantages. There are 4 different attributes: Earth, Water, Fire, and Heaven. Damage dealt with will differ depending on the matchup. Earth beats Water, Water beats Fire, Fire beats Heaven, Heaven beats Earth. An attack against a weaker element deals +1 damage, and attack against a stronger element deals -2 damage. Master cards have no attributes. require mana to play and are discarded after they are used. Special spell cards. The target of a magic crystal receives +1 attack and HP, and the card's owner gains 1 life. Additionally, if the target is a nation, it will be able to use its skill again. Every 3 rounds, a magic crystal will appear in a random empty space. On both sides of the field, these magic crystals have the same effect as the magic crystal spell card. Moving the summon card on top of them grants this effect. Well, let's see how you play. Get out of this. You got some nonsense you got to play? I don't think got that by itself, bro. Sorry, bucko. magic crystal cards for my victory. What's this for? What are the rules of Vantage Masters? When people play against each other, the loser needs to give the winner some cards. Well, there are other rules too. I see. The thrill is what makes Vantage Masters fun. I see what you mean. The strategy aspect is pretty interesting too. I might get addicted. Well, I'm always here for when you want to buy more. Wait, aren't you the Action Chevalier? Yeah, don't you have a giant robot? Why are you here playing card games with children? You're not what I expected. I thought you'd have muscles all over and be 3 yards tall. I think I fought monsters and fit that description. Anyway, you are who you are. Thanks for playing today. Let's do this again sometime. Yeah, if you don't mind going up against me, let's play again. Press R2 to challenge characters with the icon. Card game. You can alter your deck before the game starts. The card number menu has that unlocked. Start your deck from the main screen. That's cool. Anyway, I did a lot this morning. The briefing starts at 3 p.m. Might be a little early, but I should head over to the tactical conference room. I ain't doing that. How about playing a game against me next time, instructor? Oh, absolutely. Got a black card. I'll come back around to that because I'm broke right now. And, you don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on like cards and all this other crap. Like, who knows? Like, the game might ask me to spend some money on something else, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I'll spend it all on cards. Man, what year is this? How old are you, man? Like, you're supposed to be a whole teacher. But the cards. All right, look. That should be enough for tonight. We'll pick up some. Well, no, we won't. We'll pick up probably Friday. I want to say it just depends. I'm going to get into another game next time. Let's go ahead and make this crash out. Yeah, I knew it couldn't take it. I don't know what the problem is, but yeah, we'll get into another game Sunday. And I appreciate everybody for showing up, and we will see you guys next time.